It's Christmas time, and Merry Christmas to all the Greek Orthodox. Today it's 6th of January. According to the Greek Orthodox, it's December 24, and this is Christmas Eve. And I'm at Jerusalem, next to the Garden of Gethsemane, but heading to the tomb of Mary. Before we will talk about the tour, I want you to understand that I'm doing it today as a surprise for someone that will laugh at when I will mention his name. First of all, he doesn't know that I'm doing it, but his name is his family name is so difficult for me. For that noise. Then look at your name. Where is your name? Here it is. I wrote it in Hebrew and in English, George Karapouloutidis, or something like that. I'm sure that this is your name. I'll try not to repeat it because you're going to laugh at me at all. I'm doing it, George, because you wrote me things that I decided to add to your tour, because immediately when you asked me to bless your crosses, and this is a Jerusalem cross, wait a minute, right? Jerusalem cross and the Greek Orthodox one, and I know that you are Greek Orthodox, and I know that you are from Australia, but you added some things that make me happy, because you mentioned that your daughters, your twin daughters, they are 3.5 now, were born exactly the day of Mary Assumption, the day that Mary fell asleep or died. Then I decided to add it into the tomb. I will add later on, I will bless it shortly at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre as well. And you actually mentioned that you're not doing it only for your family, your daughters. You're doing it for Alexander, which was born special. And he has different connection to God than our connection. You heard someone use the horn, mainly because it doesn't, you cannot understand it, but this is a two-way road. And he wanted to know that if someone is driving his car, this is two-way roads. Can you believe it? Well, it's Mount of Olives. Everything is magic. Then, in that case, you mentioned Alexander. Alexander talks. We cannot understand him. I think God can understand him, and he is taking care of him as well. Then, in that matter, we're going to pray for both of you. Just for a glimpse, let me bless it at the Garden of Gethsemane. This is the place that Jesus was praying just a few hours before Judas kissed him, and the rest we know. Then this is the most ancient and the most important olive garden in the Christian world. Not so far away from it. It's a very important place, and this is the place that Mary been buried, and she's not there. Now, if you are not Catholic and Greek Orthodox, it's difficult for you to understand. Then let me try to organize it. And then I know that the Catholic believes that she is now buried in Turkey, but until the 19th century, the Catholic actually believed that it was here. Then let me just cross the road, and we are now at the Kidron Valley, Josaphat Valley. You can see the walls of the city and the Golden Gate. The church is open. I'm glad, because the new virus is here, Omicron, and no tourists, although the rumors say that they will come soon because you cannot do anything with that virus. They believe that everyone will be sick, and I decided to take my chance and to visit Jerusalem. Then the story. Let's go back to the 5th, in the beginning of the 6th century. Mary power got stronger, and people were looking for the places that Mary actually been. According to the 2nd century pro-evangelion of James, we know things that are not in the Bible. Then everything that I will tell you now, it's not in the Bible. Then if you are not Catholic and Greek Orthodox, listen to something that others believe in and try to accept it, or to accept the idea that people believe in different ways. But I love that story. Then the story tells us that Mary was at Mount of Olives when an angel came to her and said, Mary, this is it. In about 3 days, in a way you will die or you fall asleep. It's all together. It all depends who you believe in. And Jesus will take your soul immediately. And 3 days later, he will take your body as well. Then they bury her after she fell asleep at Mount Zion. They bury her here. And we're going to visit that place soon. The reason I'm doing it is because it's difficult to talk about it inside the church. And then the Assumption of Mary was the day that your daughters were born, and even that birth was a miracle. And I know that your wife prayed for Mary every night, every day. And guess what? She answered you. You have beautiful, healthy twin daughters. And I love it. Then let's go into the church, which is what you see here is mostly a Crusader church built by Melisanda, another woman. And we're going to bless those 2 crosses. And again, I won't say the name, but you can see your name, George. Karapouloutidis. I'm sure that you're laughing now. Then, let's go into the church now. The church belongs to the Armenian and to the Greek Orthodox. One day it belongs to the Armenian, the other day it belongs to the Greek Orthodox. I don't know who's now, who's actually now holding the church, whose day it is, but from time to time they ask me not to take videos. Then, anyhow, this is a present for you, and let's try to go in. If they won't let us go in, if they won't let me take a video, then I will stop the video and I will bless your crosses at the tomb of Mary. And if you want to see how the tomb of Mary looks like, I do have so many videos about it. Then it's totally not a problem. Let's go. Let's get used to the darkness. There will be 2 chapels, to the right and to the left, before we will reach the tomb. The first one to the right will be the chapel of Anna and Joachim, the mother and father of Mary. To the left is the tomb of Joseph, Saint Joseph, from Nazareth. Then let's enter to the church. Surprise, isn't it, George? This is the tomb of Saint Joseph. This is the tomb of Hannah and Joachim. The priest was looking at me with angry eyes, then I try not to talk a lot. Anyhow, I will give you a few minutes of meditation at the end of the video. Today the church belongs to the Armenians. Now this is the tomb. The tomb was part of so many tombs that are here in the church, but they curved it, they took it out. Now you can actually go around the story. You can see Mary falling asleep. And you can see the Assumption. Here you can see again the Armenian version. You can see the soul of Mary at the end of Jesus. The body is still there. Thank you. This is the tomb. The only place to touch the tomb is through here. And this is the most important Mary icon. I will be quiet for a few minutes, then you will be able to meditate. George, you made my day with your story, and I think, or I hope, I made your day as well. The Armenian monk saw me walking with the 2 crosses and he ran after me. He gave me the 2 plastic bags. We've been blessed. Merry Christmas to all the Greek Orthodox viewers. Merry Christmas to the Armenians. And Happy New Year to everyone. See you in my next video. Please don't forget to subscribe me. Thank you very much. I've been blessed today.